In this video, I'm going to teach you the different classification of angels. This is the best video you're ever going to watch about angels. How to classify angels. What are the different kind of angels that exist that we have? There are 4 levels of classification of angels. I want you to watch this video to the end, because if you can watch this video, you will know everything about angels in this world. All kind of angels that exist, you will know everything about them. So there are 4 classifications that I'm going to talk about in this video. I've put in all my time and effort in this video just to bless you. So make sure you like this video, hit the like button, and if you have any questions, please comment. Now let's start. Number 1, the first classification of angels is the classification of angels based on their core, their inner core, or the realm that they came from. That's the first classification. So under this first classification, we have different levels. Under the classification of angels based on their core, the realm that they came from. Number 1, under this classification, we have real angels. Real angels. What beings are real angels? Because these ones, we cannot call them entities. We call them beings. These are the angels that came from the angelic realm. Their inner core is angelic. Purely angelic. And these are spiritual beings. They are from the spiritual realm. Just like us, we are from the spiritual realm, right? Human beings, we are from the spiritual realm before we came to earth. But you see, these ones, they don't have the same core like us. Their nature is different. They were made with a different kind of like superior material. They're actually superior to human beings. Angels that come from this realm that I'm talking about, they are higher than human beings. So you cannot summon these angels. These ones that I'm talking about, real angels. They are the real angels. Many people call other entities or beings angels, but no, they are not angels. These are the ones that are angels. Their inner core is angelic and spiritual. Okay? So these ones, you cannot summon them. You can't send them on errands. And they don't visit the earth. They don't come to the earth. These ones, they are always in the will of God. Automatically, that's how they were made. These are angelic beings. Okay? They are the real angels. You can find them in the book of Revelation. Those angels in Revelation, they are angelic beings. They are so mighty and powerful. Those angels are so powerful that teleportation is nothing. See, if you see these angels, you will think you saw God. I'm telling you. These angels are extremely powerful. Like, see, this angel, their level of radiation that is coming from their body. Most people cannot see this kind of angels. These are superior angels, the highest level of angels. But you see the thing, they are actually not divine beings too. Divine beings are higher than them. There's hierarchy in the realm of the spirit. Divine beings, okay, are not God. Angels are not God. But divine beings have divinity. Angelic beings have no divinity. Human beings have no divinity. That's why when people say, I am God, a human being can never ever be God. Because even these superior angels are not God. They are not God. Even divine beings are not God. The divine beings, the 24 elders, they are not God. They are very far in the realm of the spirit, but they are even higher than these angels, these real angels. Teleportation, healing, these are 2 simple things. Okay? Another example of a divine being is Lucifer. Lucifer is a divine being. He's even higher than real angels. So that's why he's able to do all these things that he's doing. That even Jesus Christ had to come. A whole God had to come to earth. A part of God, the love of God, had to come to earth. Because Lucifer is so powerful that his divine core could influence human beings. You know, human beings are spiritual, even lower than these real angels. But the core of Lucifer is so strong that it was able to influence the entire human race. Too powerful. prophets came, they could not do nothing. They could not save people. Nobody listened to them until Jesus Christ came. So because of that, as in that call of Jesus Christ, oh my God, it spread all over the world. Extremely powerful. No prophet could have done that. Only Jesus. So real angels exist. That is number one under the classification. But these are not human beings. They are not the 24 elders. These angels don't come to earth. Never. They don't come to earth. You can never, you can't even see them, Seth. How do you want to see them? Unless by the grace of God, you cannot practice to see these kind of angels. Okay? So number two, under the classification of angels, based on their core, their inner core, or the realm that they came from. Number two, we call them animistic beings. Animistic beings. Animistic. Animistic beings. These ones, they are from a realm of the spirit that is not spiritual. It is a realm lower than the realm of man where we came from. Okay? These animistic beings can never become spiritual. Just like human beings, even at the highest level of our development, we can never become God. Same thing, these animistic beings at the highest level of their development, they cannot even reach human beings. So the real angels are higher than human beings. We are higher than the animistic beings. But the animistic beings, the way they were made, okay, they came from the realm of the same realm where animals came from, but higher than them. So they are powerful. The way they are made is that they came automatically, like as they were created from the branch of the spiritual realm, they appeared immediately. Like they just came to being immediately with all their power and everything. So these ones have power over nature. They were created to have power over nature. Why? Not because so that they can be doing miracles all around, but so that they can help human beings to further their development. So animistic beings were the ones responsible for the creation of your human body. All those DNA, healing, that is the work of animistic beings. They know how to do it very well. Fire, water, they created it. The animistic beings created it. They are the ones in charge. But people call them angels. Angels is a general word. The ones that came to Sodom and Gomorrah, those are purely animistic beings. So they actually look like human beings. They look like human beings. But based on what I heard, I don't know if I'm right on this point, because they are at the highest level of their development, they will look like human beings, but they are not human beings. At the highest level of their development, they look like human beings. So we too, at the highest level of our development, we begin to look like those real angels. Not the same, but we look like. So they are the highest level of the development of animistic beings. They look like human beings, so they can take on physical form. So they will look like human beings, but they are very beautiful. So if you see an angel, in quotes, that is ugly, that is not a real angel. It's not even an animistic being. So because a being can perform miracles does not mean it is an animistic being. Does not mean it's a powerful angel. Now we're under number two of classification of angels based on their core or the realm that they came from. We are going to number four. Okay, so these animistic beings, there's nothing they can do when it comes to the earth. They can split the sea into two because God gave them the power to do that. So it is very wrong for you to think that, wow, it is God that is in charge of these petty healings. Those are just simple stuff. So it is wrong for you to compare yourself to God because you can teleport, or because you can do healing, or because you can prophesy, because there are even lower beings that can do these things naturally. Do you understand? So these animistic beings came from the realm of animals, even though they are higher than animals. But when animals die, Animals can never become even animistic beings. So there are different levels. We have the divine realm, we have the spiritual realm. This in the spiritual realm, we have we and the real angels. Okay. In the divine realm, we have the 24 elders and everybody up. Okay. Then animistic realm, we have animals, lower level, and we have these animistic beings. So at the higher level, these people can do miracles that you think is God that did it. It will even shock you when I tell you that God has nothing to do with, you know, creation of the world, creation of the earth. God is much more powerful than that. The only people that will argue these things are the people that don't know the. Do you know? Do you know? Do you have the concept of who God is? If you have seen powerful beings and what they can do, you calm down, you relax. You won't be saying that God is the one that did your petty healing. A random being can do that. That is not even powerful, not even an animistic being. So that's number two. Then number three, we have familiar spirits. Classification of angels based on core or realm. Familiar spirit. People call them angels too, but they are not angels. Even animistic beings are not angels. The only one we can call angels are those ones up there, even higher than human beings. But angels is a general word that we use for the classification. Familiar spirits are actually animals. They call them familiars too. But I don't call them angels, but people call them angels. Ignorant people. Familiar spirits are animals. So when someone is saying, he's prophesying with a familiar spirit, no, it can't. Because the familiar spirit is just an animal. Expecto patronum. If you watch Harry Potter, expecto patronum is a spell that makes, a familiar spirit, a familiar to appear like an animal and to protect the person. That's a familiar spirit. They are from low realms, very low realms. Do you know that there are realms below even the earth? Dark realms, realms of the spirit, created by human beings. Human beings are able to create realms and spiritual beings. Why? Because we have spiritual nature, spiritual core. So we can create things that look like us, that can do things like us, but don't have spiritual nature. But they can do some small, small miracles. Why? Because we are supplying them with our spiritual energy. I'm going to get close to that in the next one. So those are familiar spirit, okay? Then the fourth one, jinns. Jinns. Classification of angels based on realm. Muslims know these ones very well. Jinns. Jinns can be Christian, they can be Muslim, they can be anything. They are low-level spirits, spirit entities. They are not even beings that can perform some miracles and have some supernatural abilities. But they are created by the volition of men. They can, because something can do miracles does not mean it's God, does not mean it's the devil. Human beings have created so many dangerous things that can perform miracles. Yes, using the power of thought. The same way Lucifer could influence human beings because they are spiritual beings. We too, we can influence the earth because we have power over the earth. So we can do all kinds of things. We can use our power whether for good or for bad. Well, if you use your power for bad, the law of karma is going to catch up with you anyway. And people don't understand the law of karma. They think if someone do bad to me, I'll do bad to them. And to happen just once. No. If someone do bad to you, it might be your karma. You are not allowed to revenge, to retaliate. Never, it's not possible. You can't retaliate because if you retaliate, law of karma will come back to you again. Then you retaliate again to come back to you. You've put yourself in eternal chains, everlasting chain. So you have to free yourself. Just stop, just ignore. So the fifth one, classification of angels based on core realm that they came from. We have animistic shadows. These are the Thor. These are the Ogun. Okay. These are the Oya. These are those gods, Baal, that people worship. Ra. How do you know an animistic shadow? An animistic shadow looks like an animistic being. Animistic shadows are the trials of men, the effort of men to create beings that are like animistic beings. You know, animistic beings, they just came to be in room as you know the spiritual was created. You can't really understand that, but they just came to be. The same way as God existed, the 24 elders existed immediately. Do you understand? They were not created. No. So the same way the animistic beings were not like created beings, like you know, they just came to being like they are kind of created, but they actually came to be in Zoom. It's not as if someone created them, I'll say. Same thing with animistic shadow. Animistic shadow looks like these animistic beings, but there's one difference. Animistic shadows that obviously they can perform miracle. They look like human beings, like us, our perfect form, but animistic shadow, because they were created through the thoughts and spiritual nature of human being, imperfect human beings on earth, not pure human beings, imperfect human beings on earth, the animistic shadows begin to resemble a mixture of animals and human being. Can you see? So that's where you will see an angel that looks like animals. It is an animistic shadow created by the volition of a human being. The desire, he wants to create it, something that can perform miracles. Sometimes, in fact, most times, when people are into all the summoning angels, it is animistic shadows that they deal with. But sometimes, if you are into like meditation and you want to see an angel, you actually come in contact with an animistic being. Yes. So that's why I want you to understand. In my book, I explained thought forms. Animistic shadows are thought forms. Thought forms. They can perform miracles, but they are not real angels. But they can perform miracles. So that's why somebody can worship an idol for days, weeks. As they begin to worship it, their spiritual nature will penetrate into the object and animate it with spiritual energy. And it will start, it will create a kind of, it make a kind of creation that is very imperfect, but has some qualities of, you know, animals and human beings can do some miracles, but it does not have a life of its own. Why? Because human beings cannot give life. Yes, we cannot give life because we rely on the life of God. So how do we want to give life? So the moment you stop thinking of that spirit entity in your mind, the moment you stop worshiping it, giving your attention to it, it will die off. It will die. So what the animistic shadows do is that so that they can survive, they are under the pressure of always constantly performing miracles for you. So when they see that you want to forget about them, they'll quickly come, gather energy by all means, perform miracles for you. So that you keep on like giving them attention, giving them focus and everything. A lot of people that are into witchcraft is animistic shadows that they deal with. They look very impure. So you see something that looks like animal, this and that, you know, different structure. It's just a kind of copy of what happens in the higher realms. Because if you check the book of Revelation, you will see that some beings look like that. Okay, they have the head of a lion, this and that. But those are divine beings, okay? Those are extremely, very divine beings. So the attempt of human beings to copy something like that, to create something like that, is the creation of animistic shadows. So the divine beings, the divine animals will not ask you to worship them, but these ones on earth will be requesting like human worship. And many people are falling into that trap to worship them, give them things, do this, do that. So those are animistic shadows. And once people stop worshiping them, they just die off. Thor, Ogun, Oya, African traditional religion. It's just the worship of animistic shadows. It's very stupid to me because you created these beings with your mind, your volition. When a group of people focus their attention, their spiritual nature, their volition, their thought on something, it creates an animistic shadows. That's what they call egregor. 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 The thing start performing miracles. So people will be like, boy, it perform miracles. It's an angel. No, it's not an angel. You created it by yourself now. I know how to create animistic shadows. I know how to create these entities. Thought form. It's in my book. I explained it. But they are actually animistic beings that can do things for you. Animistic beings are not like real angels per se, based on the classification. But people call them angels too. Like the ones that bless people in the Bible. Those are not like the real angels. Those angels don't come to earth. They have no business with earth. Animistic beings are the ones that help human beings to develop spiritually. They help human beings. They create the living conditions for them to develop so that they can move up spiritually. That's the purpose of animistic beings. They do everything according to the will of God. So an animistic being will weave your faith for you. Okay? An animistic being will weave your faith for you according to the will of God. So you cannot ask an animistic being to kill somebody. You can't. But you can make an animistic shadow to do your will, to kill somebody, to do this, to do that. And that's why you will see in all those occultism books and things like that, you will see animal shapes and all kind of things, impurity basically. So we move to the next one, number 6, under the classification of angels based on their core or the realm that they came from. We have guardian angels. Now, I'm going to the lower levels of this so that you can understand. We have guardian angels. Some people call guardian angels angels, but guardian angels are not angels. They are not even close. They are not even, they are low on the list. Guardian angels are human beings. What we call guardian angels are human beings that are connected to you to help you to develop spiritually. They are half a step ahead of them. But if you are able to see these guardian angels, a beginner will be like, wow, amazing. It's an angel of the Lord. It looks so pure. In the realm of the spirit, half development is so amazing that if you're even above a being by half level, the being will think you are God. Because your purity level will be so amazing, just like how animals see us as God or something. Guardian angels are human beings that died, went into the astral, and they have a task of helping other human beings further their growth. And people call them guardian angels. So imagine a human being that dies and can prophesy, and it becomes a guardian angel. It's not an angel, but someone says a guardian angel. And they start giving information. This. And the person says, an angel of the Lord is just a human being. Someone will say, but I saw the guardian angel, he has feathers. It might be a witch that died now. So a spiritual form. Because witches call themselves Eye. In Yoruba, they call it bed. English language, bed. So what you do will determine your spiritual form. So if you're a witch on earth, you look like evil in the spiritual world, in the astral world, not even spiritual, because spiritual is too high. In the astral world, you look like evil, like a bed. Maybe your hand will be decaying there. Because once you leave this physical body, what happens? Bad things happen to evil people in the, afterlife, in the next place, in the astral world. I won't call it spiritual because spiritual is high. Spiritual is where we came from initially. Spiritual is very high. Spiritual is higher than animistic. It's higher than many realms. So spiritual is very pure. After divine realm, we have the realm of God. We have the divine realm next. Then we have the spiritual realm next. Then we have animistic next. Then lower. Then to the realm of gross matter, where we have clairvoyance, prophecy. These are simple things. Prophecy, clairvoyance, manifestation, normal natural laws. Because you can do that does not mean you are God. Imagine a guy, he used to be a friend of mine, saying that he can do healing. It is God. Are you out of your mind? You can't even do serious healing. Like you can't even heal cancer immediately. Can you raise a dead person, someone that has decayed for 2 months? You should bring them back to life. Can you create a physical body? There are beings that can do this thing, and they are not even spiritual. So you have to respect God, man. So the next one that we have, classification of angels based on their core or realm. We have earthbound spirits or ghosts. These are the people that died. They call them Akudaya in Yoruba. People that died and came back to the earth because they cannot go to the next realm. Either maybe they are too materialistic or something is holding them to the earth. Or maybe they died very young and their volition, their desire, they don't want to go. They don't want to go to the next world. No, they are too young. Or people that are addicted to alcohol, all their life is alcohol. So they are not able to ascend to the next dimension. So they stay here, beer parlor. Some they stay at hospitals. So those are ghosts. Some people will see ghosts and they call it angels. How? They said, some people are even like, I have so much power. If I die, I can come back to it. You are not okay. You are not okay at all. Because if you are a spiritual person, you will not want to come back to it. Why would you want to come back to it? To do what? If you are truly spiritual, you should ascend up. Why do you want to come back to it? For what? You don't want to advance. Yeah. The final destination, it can never be Earth. What do you want to do on Earth? Earth is a playground for you to gather experiences so that you can develop spiritually and move to your realm. Now follow the teachings of Jesus so that you can be pure. So that's the classification of angels based on their core or realm. That's number one. We are still going to number 4. I want to make this video for you so that you can understand everything about angels. Don't disturb me again. Number 2, second level of classification of angels. We have the classification of angels based on location. That's number 2. Now, under this classification of angels based on location, where they are, where they appear, we have number 1, angels that live in heaven. Now, the best classification of angels I've given to you is this number 1, classification of angels based on their core and realm. But we have another classification to lower level classification. Classification of angels based on their location. Angels that live in heaven. Some angels don't live heaven. This classification is not very deep like that, like the first one, but it gives you an idea too. You can use it all together. We're still going to number 4. Some angels stay in heaven, in paradise. They don't live there. While number 2, some angels come to earth. So we have angels that live in heaven. Then number 2, we have angels that stay on earth. They live on earth. Those are animistic beings. But they call them angels, but they're not actually angels. They're just animistic beings. They live on earth as human beings. They come to earth in a vision. Then the third one, angels that come to you in your dreams. So we have angels that live in heaven. They never live there. Angels that come to the earth. They are on earth physically, 247. That's where they stay. Then the angels that move across planes, trances, visions, dreams. They call them angels, like an umbrella word, but that's not really right like that. But I think I'll need to keep on using angel so that people can understand, because it will take a while for people to really get this thing, because they call everything is angels. If an angel turn water to wine, it's an angel. If an angel enter into a water and people enter there and they get healed, it's an angel. If an angel kills somebody, it's an angel that did that. If an angel got you a job, you got a job. It's an angel. Everything is angel. Do you know whether it's just a thought form you created? So that's number 2 classification of angels. Then we have the third one. Okay, I actually make it 5 classifications based on what I see now. So we have the third one, angels based on their belief system. Their belief system or their evolution. Let me just say their belief system, their belief. Under this classification of angels based on their belief, we have number 1, angels that believe in God. They believe in God. They are holy. Angels that believe in God, that are pure, that are holy. You have those kind of angels that they swing in the will of the Almighty, basically. We have those kind of angels. Then we have angels that see, they believe in the devil. Like they worship the devil. That's what they do. They believe in God. They believe in the devil. They don't believe in God. They are just for the devil, sha. That's what they are. Then we have number four, classification of angels based on belief. We have angels that believe in nothing. So that's why that Bible verse that say, test the angel, whether the angel is of God or something. It says Jesus Christ is Lord. There are some angels that don't believe in anything. They don't really, just like how Jains can be Christian, Muslim, or whatever. If you ask them, do you believe in Jesus? They can say no. Some angels can lie, but they are not really angels. They can be animistic shadows, guardian angels, jinns, familiar spirit, whatever. They can lie to you. So they can say Jesus is Lord. Nothing will happen to them. Nothing will happen to them. I hope you understand. So some angels, they talk clarification. Some angels believe, their core belief is in God. The number two, some angels, their core belief is in the devil. Number three, there are some angels, their core belief is in, they don't believe anything. They are just like atheists. But those are low dimension beings anyway. They are not really from the angelic realm, spiritual realm. No. So we have the fourth one, classification of angels. We have classification of angels based on their behavior. Based on their behavior, based on their behavior, what they do. So under this classification, we have two. Number one, evil spirit, demons. Anything they do is evil. They want to kill, they want to maim, they want to steal, they want to deceive, they want to do. That's what they do. That's their mindset. It's demons. It's the evil thing that they do all the time. Then we have number two, good spirit. You know, we have evil spirit, we have good spirit. These ones, they are good. They do good things. They don't do evil stuff. They are just good. They have good behavior. They are nice. They are calm. They are good. So the first one, evil spirit. The second one, good spirit. So that's under classification. Then the fifth classification, we have classification of angels based on function. This one is popular. The angels take the name of their function. Here's the fifth classification. So under this one, we have number one, healing angel. Number two, angel of prophecy. Angel of prophecy. We have angel of success, angel of business, angel of marketing, angel of church growth, angel of deliverance, angels of miracle, angels that teach people how to speak in tongues, angel of faith, angel of interpretation of tongues, angels of the gifts of the spirit, angels that give advice, angels of protection, angels that will help you to buy a car, angels that will do this. That's, we have that classification. Angels of things, basically. That's the fifth one. Classification of angels based on function. Angels that deliver messages. Dream angels. Angels that give visions. Angels that give dreams. Think of anything. There's an angel that can do it. That is the fifth classification of angels. So I hope I've been able to classify angels to you. This is everything in this video. There is no other classification of angels. I've talked about everything, every single thing. So if you enjoyed this teaching, make sure you comment in the comment section so that this video can reach more people. And share this video with your friends and family members. Also, like this video. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, if you want to get any of my courses, summoning angels, money manifestation, you want to manifest money, you want to see angels physically or in visions, based on the classification, you want to know everything about angels. You want to learn how to prophesy accurately, open your spiritual eyes to be able to see into the realm of the spirit and see all these angels that we talk about. You know, if you want to be able to call names, numbers, describe things, situation, you want to be prophetic, you want to learn telepathy, you want to be able to read minds, you want to basically develop your spiritual gifts, you want to do deliverance, exorcism, healing, any gift of the spirit, there's a teaching for it. There's a way to do it. The workings of miracles, this and that, everything, there's a way to do. Word of knowledge. Prophecy, word of wisdom. As long as you just want to develop your spiritual gift, or maybe you have questions about spirituality or religion that you want me to answer for you, you want to book a one-on-one session with me, you need any help in any form of way, just click the link below. You can call or message my assistant on WhatsApp, and that will help you. I hope I've been able to classify these angels properly so that you can understand. But that's it. That's everything for now. Okay? Stay blessed. I'll be expecting your message. God bless you. I pray in the name of Jesus that you are able to receive understanding, be able to understand these teachings. That the eyes of your understanding gets open. That you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to explain to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.